welcome to another installment of Smoking in Spanish. I actually don't know why I call it that. I think it's just the alliteration. Smoking's bad for your health. It's sexy like the Spanish language, but it kills. So kids, don't smoke. Anyhow, I've put together this video today to try to help you avoid some of the common pitfalls while learning the Spanish language. So I endured several years of embarrassment and laughing at me because I would make common mistakes. So, in the Spanish language, the ending is very important. Masculine versus feminine, an A versus an O can make all of the difference. It can turn very mundane things into a whole crowd laughing at you. And nobody likes fingers pointed and to be laughed at, especially in a foreign country. It's terrible. So, consider this a favor to you guys. Avoid some of these mistakes. So the first one is playa. Now playa is beach. A lot of you guys are going to travel, maybe take a cruise ship, or you're flying to a Latin American country. You're going for the beach, right? You're coming from Canada, it's cold, or Midwest or wherever, and you're going to warm up. You're going to turn into a lobster on the first day by being bright red sunburned, but you're going to be on the beach. Playa. Okay, that's with an A. Safe, no problem. However, if you mispronounce it and you call it playo, you are now calling something homosexual in a derogatory term. So, don't go ranting and raving about how much you like the playa today, because people are going to laugh at you. Unless you're wearing short shorts, and then they're just going to expect you to have liked the playa. Anyhow, the next one is perro. Perro is a dog, male dog, nothing wrong with that. But as soon as you add an A, it takes on a different meaning. Perra with an A can be a female dog, sure. But it also means bitch, just like in the English language. So as you're yelling for the perra to come down to you and you're waving it over, you may get some mean mug looks from the girls in the nice thong bikinis. So the next one is pincho. Pincho means skewer. You're on the beach, you're throwing some pineapple on there, some pork, some meat, whatever. You're jacking that thing on up. You're making that thing tasty, right? Smells coming off the grill, it's fantastic. You don't want to mistake it for pincha with an A. Because when the pincha, they're going to grab their elbow, they're going to pinch it like this and wave their arm, and they're calling you a cheap son of a bitch. Totally different. Now, if you take the N out of it and you say pincha, now it's just dick. So, pincho, pincha, picha. Very different meanings. All right, so let's say that you've met your new best friend, Carlos, right? He's looking sharp. He's got his flat-brimmed bill hat. He's got the sticker still on it. He's got a gorra. That's his new hat, baseball hat, right? You want to compliment his gorra. Man, that's a sharp-looking gorra you got there, Carlos. He's going to love you. However, you screw up and put an O on the end of it, you've just complimented his foreskin. Bad move, especially to Carlos. Doesn't like people talking about his foreskin in public, so don't do it. Carlos gets angry. Okay, the next one, pala. Pala is a shovel, okay? Easy enough. But if you put an O on the end, now it becomes palo. Now it's just like a tree, okay? Not a big deal. Until you start talking about Carlos's palo. Now he's going to frown and walk away from you. You can see the phallic symbol in there. In fact, don't compliment anybody's pala or palo. Just stick with that and you'll be safe. All right, so the next one is rata. Rata is a rat. Easy, R-A-T-A. No big deal. Hopefully you don't run into any of them. But if you do, hopefully they're only there for un rato, which means a short little bit. Okay? Nothing sexual there. I just figured I'd throw that on the list in case there's any kids watching, keep it family friendly and all that kind of stuff. So, the next one. We all have heard this one, I'm sure. We've watched Cheech and Chong. We've got maybe Hispanic friends in the US or Canada, and they love the word pendejo, right? I mean, that is a serious insult. You're going to hear people slinging that around, right? Pendejo. It means cocksucker, means dickhead, means whatever. It's just a bad term, okay? Now, you may enter a restaurant, and all of a sudden the waitress is screaming for bendeja. And you're like, man, she is pissed. How does she get away with that? She should not be cussing like that because you think that you know what it means. Well, bendeja, that starts with a B and ends with an A, is tray. Not a big deal. Right? She may be yelling at Esteban for a tray. He's not an asshole, or maybe he is. I don't know, but that's not what she's saying. Okay, the next one. Maybe you've met a nice little girl on the beach. Things are going well, a couple of dates. Now you gotta meet the family. right? So you gotta meet the dad. Oof. You're probably gonna be a little taller than him, but you gotta meet him anyways. So, make sure it's El Papa, all right? Not La Papa. El Papa is the dad, La Papa is the potato. He's not gonna like it if you call him a potato, okay? Verja is our next one. So a lot of houses here in Costa Rica have bars on the windows. They have verjas, right? Easy peasy. However, if you turn that into verga, now it's dick. So you don't want to say that somebody has a bunch of nice dicks around their house, right? It doesn't go over well. So verja are the bars. Ballena. Now you're at the beach, looking offshore, a couple of humpback whales. Maybe there's a plus-size model lounging on the beach. I don't know. But you might use the term ballena. Okay, that's a whale. Don't confuse that with ballena, which is vagina. So, whale's vagina. We know that popular clip. Easily confusable. Ballena's the whale. Ballena is the vagina. Possibly a whale's vagina. Okay. Now, pasta we're going to move on to. Penne, right? Italian pasta, little tubes. Not my favorite, but I imagine a lot of Italians love it, or I don't know, holds the sauce in or something, but little straight tubes. That's the term for dick here in Costa Rica, penne, okay? Personally, I think it's probably more apropos if it was macaroni for a lot of guys, but, hey, whatever. You want to call it penne? Fine, great, penne. Now, that's easily confused with pene, okay? I'm still not sure I pronounced that properly, so I just stay the fuck away from it. But pene is comb, okay? Penne is penis, pene is comb. So like I said, just stay away from that one. Now, one of the last ones I have here is a name. Mentioned Esteban earlier, right? Easy. We all have heard the name Esteban, sounds romantic. You just don't want to confuse it with Esteva, because Esteva is, this is going. So that can be confusing if you're talking to the ballena and she thinks you're going somewhere when you're really just talking about Esteban liking her. Okay, the last one is not necessarily an A versus an O, but it's a very common phrase, adios. We all know that one, right? That means goodbye, easy, adios. However, one of the things that I thought was very strange was that when you'd ask somebody how they're doing, they would say something like, todo bien, gracias, adios, which means all good, thanks, goodbye in my head, which is rude. I just asked you how you were doing. Fuck you. Don't tell me goodbye. But they're really just saying thanks to God. They're not saying thanks and goodbye. And on that note, guys, hope you enjoyed the list. So I'll have to just say thanks and goodbye.